Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
I've just got a slight... Sometimes with live television, everyone, I must say, hello! Can we hear? Yes, we can. Okay, right. So, a very nice, warm welcome. Good evening to you. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and I'm going to be with you for the next 35 to 40 minutes for the program of Talking Heads on USA Global TV and Radio. And I welcome E360 TV viewers as well, our USA Global TV and Radio viewers on YouTube channel, and on LinkedIn, on Instagram and Facebook. Boy, sometimes in life, it's about, no matter, even if you have a live transmission, a live broadcast, there's always little widgets or little gidgets. I call it gidgets. Little itsy bitsy, teeny weeny kind of energies that come in and infiltrate, which kind of really complements for today's topic on Talking Heads, on my Talking Heads, my version today, which the topic is, can love and fear exist together anymore? So on that, before I go on talking about today's topic, I need to clear the energies. Right, so here we have beautiful singing bowl made of lots of metal alloys. And the whole function of this is where you have the mallet and another mallet. One is for the lower tones, bass tones, and this one is more for the higher tones, which you can use when you're clearing your chakras. So you can have your lower tones of your chakra from up to the heart, then you can go again to the heart, up to the throat chakra, up to the crown chakra. So what we do with this is we first of all, we take the mallet and we go, and it resonates the sound. And what this does, the metal alloys, sends a frequency and it clears out the ions, the negative ions in the atmosphere. So around you, around the space within you. So you do this 3 times, especially to corners in the house, because it clears the energy. And then you'll go, and then with this one, this mallet, it's a higher frequency. I'll do that again. Oh, sorry. And go around. Oh, I was a little bit too excited there. Sorry. Nice tap. And you go round. And can you hear the frequency? And what it does, you have to keep going round and round until there is no more sound resonating from it. And it means then, oh, it's clear. So sometimes when I get a headache, I use this. And you just put it just between my eyes on the third eye, and I just rest it. And bring it back down to then bring it up, up, over my head and around. And what this does is, if you have a headache, don't grab your painkillers, unless, of course, it's something that's prescribed by the doctor. However, that's different. But in saying that, we are energy at the end of the day. So when you apply this, it's going to break all the ions, all the negative ions, which at the end of the day, stagnant energy causes illness, dis-ease. When you get a disease, it's dis-ease. So you're stressed, dis-ease. So by having this beautiful singing bowl, it's not only does it sound a beautiful resonance, it also has the metals have the healing properties. Now this one, I'm sounding like I'm doing an ad, aren't I? I don't mean to be sounding like I'm doing an ad, because believe you me, I'm not getting endorsed to sell these singing bowls. I'm feeling it from my heart to explain it to you, to save you. It's now at the moment, it's like Christmas, it's Christmas holidays, and you're going to be going into crazy places, full on consumerism. And no matter what, if people are really charged with different energies coming to this topic, love and fear. So they could be carrying, frustration and anxiety and stress. Now, when you're within that space, within that person, with that person, you're not necessarily with that person, but you're there in the shopping mall, you're going to pick it up. You're going to pick up those energies. So what you need to do, if you've got a singing bowl, do this. Now, if you haven't got a singing bowl, an easy one is come away from the crowd, go to the toilet, or just come away, have a couple of seconds and just go. What it does, it clears. It's almost like a temporary fix me. It's, if you get a wound, what do? You put a band-aid on there. It's a temporary fix. So if you do this, clap, you're clapping away all that negative charged energy being thrown at you, which is not your fault. You've just walked into that force field. So think of it like we're a matrix. So we have the 3D matrix where we're all connected. Now, at the same time, we also have another matrix that we're connected with our hearts, our energy field. So there's the matrix, which is the illusion, and there's the matrix, which is the crystalline matrix, which is how we are all on a collective human consciousness connected with our energy fields, because we are energy. Therefore, when you walk into a busy shopping mall, you're going to pick up everyone's energy. And especially if you are an empath. An empath is a person where their energy, it's like a sponge. You go in and it's like going into a sea of water. Now you're the sponge and you're just soaking it all up. You're soaking all people's energy, their emotions. You don't have the understanding of what's happening with that anxiety or emotion. You're just picking it up. And what it does, it clouds your energy field. So sometimes when you come home, for example, from a shopping mall, thinking, I was really feeling happy when I went out. And I went to buy the presents for my loved ones, and I brought a little bit of present for myself as well. I did myself a little treat, and that made me feel happy. But I'm absolutely feeling drained. Now, how can you feel drained? You've been walking around the shops. Yeah, you walk when you go for a walk. What is the draining part is the people that are carrying heavy, dense energies that we do not see, but we can feel. So going back to, can love and fear exist together anymore? Right. So I'm going to make it a little bit more simplified now. So love, there is love as unconditional love from the human side, the human, as we are a human, we have good and bad. We have of the opposite, it's duality, it's the world of opposite. So we have fear and love. So with the fear, we have all the lower vibration. Now, the lower vibration is what we are being controlled by the outside world through our media, through mass consumerism, through globalization, government globalization. And what's happening right now is it's almost, we're all being put together, being thrown together. And some of us will resonate with what has been and still is. And some of us will just go, wait a minute, you know what? I'm not feeling that anymore. I don't feel comfortable with that anymore. It doesn't sit well. There you go. It doesn't sit well with me anymore, because we are now in the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is about being humanitarian, being truthful, being in our full authenticity, our full truthfulness. So to be in your full truthfulness, you start going on a journey, and that is the journey of discovering about love, but also understanding where you've come from that fear. So love is connected to our higher consciousness. So the human collective consciousness, we have a higher consciousness, and that's our inner intuition. Our inner intuition is what we're all connected with. Some of us are more in tune with our intuition, and some of us are still listening to our ego intuition, which is about the mind and not the heart. So once the mind goes into the heart and everything is decided from the heart base, then that's your intuition, that's your feeling side of life. So love and fear, let's look at it as a relationship, right? We have a couple, let's say they've been married for so many years and they've got children. The children have gone off now and successful in their own way. They come and see the parents maybe at the weekends and at special holidays, festive holidays. The rest of the time, they're by themselves. And it's almost, when they had that energy of that love and the family, that was a beautiful energy. And it's almost like the responsibility. But once that responsibility is lifted from them, it's almost, they become childlike in the way, I want to experience, I want to evolve, I want things to change. Now, if you have a partner that still wants to remain the same as he or she was and won't move with the times and say, well, you've accepted me all this long, what's the difference? Yet you have your other partner that's saying, yeah, I've done my part now. It's time for me. It's time for us. Why can't we go experience something new, something different? And the other one says, well, you've never complained before. What's happened there is they've been being codependent on each other. But one of the partners has decided to work on themselves and realize, hang on, it's not sitting with me anymore. It's not making me happy. I can't go to the same old at places that we went to. It's almost, I need refreshment. I need to go on to another level with this person, and maybe my partner will come with me. And maybe I can persuade them to come along. Now, if one partner is evolving and growing and expanding and trying out new things, the other partner almost will feel, who am I living with? Who's this person? She's not my wife or my husband or my girlfriend or boyfriend. What's going on here? This is so weird. I'm not used to this. So then what happens is you've got one partner that wants to bring new things, the other one that wants to have everything staying the same. So they both start to not compromise, but start to play games. So the partner that wants to have the new life will start to almost like they will be amongst other new people and new energies, new experiences. The other one, she or he will try to bring their partner in that new circle. But if that partner is still in the old way, in the old familiarity, the people that surround this other partner, they're on that level. Yet her partner or his partner are on that level. So there's no growth. So these new people won't resonate with her or his partner because they haven't changed, they haven't evolved, they haven't grown. They're still remaining the same. That is when love and fear will eventually split. Because what will happen is that partner that has that new life, new friends, new energies, new challenges, new feelings, will so want to bring her or his partner. But we'll get to the point where this partner who stays in the old way will start to embarrass him or her in the new life. Because they'll say things that don't relate. It's almost as two separate worlds. That's when communication has to happen instead of remaining stagnant and having the fear of, stubbornness. We call it stubbornness. The partner will go, well, you've accepted me all these years and we've had the children and, I've provided you with a house and, what's wrong? We'll just go to the same places. But the other partner's going, but it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make you happy. Do you see what's happening? It's conflict. So what needs to happen is there has to almost be, for it to transcend, for it to transmute. So for the negative, so this partner's thinking this one there is negative, and this partner's thinking this one's negative. It's two negative. It's not even opposites anymore. They're two negatives because the negative won't go with the positive. It's too much. It's too much light. It's too much change. And the positive won't go with the negative because they don't want to be dragged down. See where I'm going here? So what I'm trying to say is, if at that point you feel this, it's time to stop. It's time to breathe. It's time to have communication. It's time to have the talk that you've been so wanting to talk, but you've been keeping it hidden, silence. So we're no longer in the age of silent times, because age of silent times is when, oh my gosh, this is good, isn't it? I always get downloads. Age of silent times is when love and fear could exist because we were the silent ones. Either party of love or fear or change or non-change. We were silent with each other, but we'd still be codependent with each other. And then we'd end up having, then that energy ends up conflicting and combusting. It blows up. It blows up unnecessary. And there's a lot of hurt, pain, trauma that's caused from not realizing at that point when your relationship, there's something seriously wrong when you say, it doesn't sit with me, it's not making me happy. I don't know what's wrong. I can't pinpoint it right now, because some people are in this. I can't pinpoint it right now, but I feel I'm not that person anymore. Either your partner will grow with you, but this is how you've got to be careful, because sometimes when people change and they evolve and they're growing, they've got that self-nurturing love, care, they're finding a new identity, no longer being that other identity that they belong to with that other person, but they want to grow and they want their person to grow. What happens then is they start to become a little bit too sure of themselves and not have compassion anymore. It's almost, wow, I've done it, so you can do it. You can guide someone, but you can't make them do it. That has to be the stage that they do this themselves if they want to. And if they don't, then you just let them be. Just let them be. It might be in time that person will start to meet people that almost are where they're at, but maybe, let's say, maybe half a tone, like there's a piano, right? You've got the whole notes and then a half a tone. So maybe it's half a tone increased, improved lifestyle, not the 80%, 90% lifestyle of improvement of the other partner. So that's what we've got to think about. The other person has got to try, so they've got to meet each other in the middle. The person that's changing has to hold compassion, patience, understanding, and know that it took them a long time to transcend. When they started to feel, oh, something's not right, they didn't talk to their partner at the time. They kept it silent, age of silent times. But that's the time when it changed. That's the time when the energy, it changed. It no longer resonated with you, but you didn't action it straight away. You thought about it, overthinking, maybe it took you a few years. Then suddenly, boom, I can't take anymore. I'm just going to do it. And an impulse within you says, that's it, I'm going to change. I'm going to do it today. And it's your intuition, it's your soul that shouts at you, literally, just speaks out to you. But because you've been overthinking, and it's been for a while, maybe a couple of years, you have to understand that it took you a process. So those people that have changed and evolved, they have to hold compassion, because what's happening with their partner is they're waking up and saying, this no longer sits with me. Thank you. That means they're at that point where you were a couple of years ago when you said, oh, it doesn't sit with me. But because that person who's evolved and grown and not even thought about that process again, just thought, I'm me, I'm new, and you've got to follow me and join me because I'm having this great, wonderful life, new identity, feeling on top of the world. And right now, you're just dragging me down. See how horrible that sounds? And that's, we're in this at the moment with the world. I understand there's a lot of people that are waking up, that are doing self-care, connecting with their intuition. But remember the fear that you went through and the transition you had to go through. All of a sudden, you're up there, 80%, maybe 100%, some of you. But then you start to become, are you sure about that? Okay. You start to become, and I don't normally judge, but for some reason, they're bringing it through, spiritual snobs. Spiritual snobs. Where you've worked on yourself and you're still on that path, and it's almost, oh, I no longer go with that person and this. You become judgmental. You become spiritual snobs. What you got to remember is you were there. You were there where they are. So hold compassion. Hold compassion. Doesn't mean you have to be in their company anymore. It just means that you don't judge them by saying they're beneath me. That's a spiritual snob. Honestly. And that's the danger of this world with spirituality. We have to remain balanced, pure, non-judgmental, and understand we all have our own waking up times. Some people won't wake up. That's fine. They've agreed that. It's soul contracts. So can love and fear exist together? Not if you're judging, not if you're trying to force someone, preaching someone, saying they're this and this and this, they've got to jump on this. Some people are not ready for that. So you live by your example. You show by your example. You don't judge by your example. Judgment is of the old world. Judgment is where one controls the other. Yes, a lot of spiritual snobs have judgment because they like to control. It could be that they want to control the outcome so that because they're feeling that peace and that love and that calmness and clarity, they want the other person to feel that. But remember, there is a timing for it. It is a process. We have to understand the process. It's taken 26,000 years for Earth, the organic planetary Earth, to move from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, meaning the age of Pisces is when the illusion served us. It served us as humans. But because we are now in a new, because she shifted, she had to shift planet Earth. It was destined. So her children, us, we have to shift too. So we're going into 4 and 5D, meaning living from your heart space, having decisions by the power of your vision into your heart space, bringing that emotional divine intelligence. Love and fear exist together. Can they? Can they? They can if we, they have to at the moment because we're transmuting, we're alchemizing, we're going from the illusion. We're going from the carbon dense bodies, we're going more into a crystalline, lighter body. And those lower vibrations will no longer survive in our crystalline body. So we're just clearing and purging. But it doesn't help if we become a spiritual snob. We have to remember we are all here together. Some of us have agreed to wake up early. From 2012 was when the golden age, as in spiritually, not physically, spiritually landed. The golden age now physically has actually landed, which is the age of Aquarius. It's a lot of content. There is. But there is a danger. There's clearly a danger with spirituality being just as controlling as what the illusion was. That's not what life's about. We are here to manifest all we wish from our unseen world within us, and then for it to be manifested out into the outer world. So we manifest our dreams, aspirations, wishes from the unseen world, from our feeling side, from the unseen world. And we work in concert with the universe. So we are co-creating with the Creator. We get our guidance from our angels and guardians and synchronicity. That will help you. If you feel tight here and feeling full of anxiety about a certain decision or about going somewhere, that's when you say, is this resonating with me anymore? Are these group of people, have I outgrown them? But it's not that you've outgrown them. They're still the beautiful people that they were. They're still having that wonderful fun. It just means that you want to experience something else, and not to say that's wrong what they're staying in and experiencing. If they're enjoying themselves, then how can that be wrong? It's where they've agreed to be. When you feel you don't resonate with that group anymore and you move out of that group, then you attract, magnetize a new group. But please do not get into that annoying spiritual snob by saying, our way is better, you're too low, our way. Conflict. It's going to cause a war. It's going to cause a spiritual war. Big time. Honor the people that want to stay there. Honor them. Honor them. They're happy. They haven't agreed to evolve. They will do one day. But by you evolving and living and not judging and just accepting, hey, I'm honoring you and they honor you. Hey, isn't the world a better place? Honor. When love and fear can exist together, if we do not become a spiritual snob and we honor where people are at that time and that place in their life, instead of judging. Don't judge. Start practicing this, because there is a big, and I'm feeling it and I'm sensing it. It's all very well that we're waking up, but we need to wake up together, not split that one and split that one and hey, you're not good enough for us, and you're not good enough for us, and hey, you know, see, that's exactly what the illusion is, isn't it? Exactly, that is what the illusion is. So please, let's not make our awakening, our ascension, another illusion, because it will. We need to remember, honor where people are, where they've chosen to be. And if it doesn't resonate with you, you come away from it, because you will magnetize others. But do not judge. Honor. Because when you honor and you don't judge, somewhere down the line, the seeds will be planted by that, and that will help that person upon when they're ready to awaken. Not all the souls on earth have agreed to wake up. Not at all. And we have to accept this, surrender it, not control it, and just know that everything is in perfect alignment, perfect timing, as it should be. What you have to do, what we all have to do, is focus on ourselves. Being a better version, evolve. If you want to be whatever you want to be in this world, now is the time. We are now in the solstice, which is the winter, which is the 21st, tomorrow, 21st of December. That means that another portal has opened. Now, this is a very significant portal. Between now and January the 11th, this is the time you need to write down everything you want to achieve, because 2025, if you add it up, it's number 9, and number 9 is perfect manifestation in the divine order. This means that January the 11th, it leaves, the portal closes. So between that time, you need to start to write down truly what you want, not about complaining, not about judging, just from your heart. Go into that child. If you go into that child essence, that inner star child essence of you, or the inner child, write it down. Put it on a graph, put it on your wall. You don't have to share it with anyone. This is your sacred moment. It's a magic moment, it's a sacred moment with the universe. This is how you work with the universe. And after January the 11th, it closes. That means we're in the year 9, and it means manifestation is supremely powerful. But remember, manifestation will only happen if it's for our highest good. If you're doing manifesting in a destructive way, it's not going to happen. It's not constructive. Be constructive. Remember not to bring your emotions into it, apart from your play. Create and play. Very significant. So on that note, I want to say a very happy Christmas, happy festive holidays to you all. Please enjoy and express yourselves. And during Christmas, if there's someone acting up or has something within them, all you do is remove yourself out of the room. Don't react, because there is going to be a point from this festive season, so many people are going to be triggered and people are going to react. So I will just say, stay centered. Make sure you take that breath. Get yourself centered again. Go out from the room. Make an excuse or something and come back. And then you're not affected with their energy. My name's Dr. Madalene Chan. I've so enjoyed explaining and sharing with you. Can love and fear exist together anymore? Well, It's now transitioning. So I've given you a few pointers. All right. Enjoy Christmas. Much love, happiness, and stay safe. And thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye.
5 little known secrets for dementia caregivers with Tracy Cram-Perkins.
Hi there, I am Tracy Cram-Perkins, the host of the Dementia Home Care Show here on USA Global TV and Radio. I am also the author of the book of the same name. And you'll see this QR code. This is for an extended version of the same talk. So if you want to see the full hour-long version, feel free to scan the code and go to that website. Stick with me. We'll talk about 5 little known secrets to make it a little easier to do dementia caregiving. What you're seeing on the left-hand side is a healthy aged brain, age 55 and above. The one you're seeing on the right is an Alzheimer's disease brain. It is in moderate disease. It is shrinking. It has holes in it. The memories that were in those holes no longer exist. When you're learning something, let's say in kindergarten, you learn how to tie your shoelace. Well, then by the time you're in 2nd grade, your brain remembers that information from tying the shoelace and applies it so you can learn more quickly how to tie more complex knots. So the brain is hardwired to do this for us. So it helps us learn faster so it doesn't take us long to acquire knowledge. The brain is looking for the information and they pick the closest to wherever that hole is. Let's look at some tips that we can use to help do that.
These are 5 simple tools you can use as a dementia caregiver to help your loved one. The whiteboard is a useful tool in recording the day's activities and the answers to repetitive questions. The calendar clock is a very useful tool to orient your loved one on the day, the date, and the time, and remind them of upcoming appointments. The communication cards are a great tool to bridge the gap when they can no longer tell you what's wrong. And then there's the pill minder, for when your loved one is still able to take pills but needs prompting. The final tool I want to share with you is the memory book. It tells your loved one's story. It's a great tool for distraction, redirection, also as a conversation starter, and telling you where they are in their story so you know how to answer their questions.
Music is probably the most powerful tool in your toolbox after laughter. Music is a way to maintain connection. It sticks with your brain longer than any other thing, including reading. When you're having an issue with somebody, you can play their favorite music if you move them to another room, something that makes them happy, or you can start singing songs together from their childhood. These are some of my favorite books for caregivers. My show airs on the 3rd Tuesday of every month, and you can view past episodes on YouTube. Thank you, everyone.
This program has been brought to you in part by Tracy Cram-Perkins. Connect with her and order her book at tracycramperkins.com. For more information about Alzheimer's disease, support resources, and how you can help, contact the Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-272-3900 or visit their website at www.alz.org. They offer 24/7 helpline support and a wealth of information to assist you and your loved ones.
USA Global TV and Radio, in partnership with Dr. Jacqueline LLC, present Amazon #1 best-selling author, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck is a certified life, career, and executive coach who teaches people how to listen at an elevated level through her courses and her books. Dr. Kerbeck teaches her clients how to open their hearts and express themselves through their creative genius. In her children's book series, The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, the listening mentor, Dr. Kerbeck teaches children and their families how to listen at an elevated level. Dr. Kerbeck has worked with clients across the world to guide them in how to express themselves and communicate at a highly effective level. Join our team of elevated listeners so you can listen without judgment, without providing a solution, without interruption, and without stealing the stage. To order your books today, go to drjacqueline.com or Amazon.
We face daily cyber risks, spending over 7 hours of screen time, including 4.5 hours on mobile phones. This convenience comes with significant dangers, with cybercrime costs predicted to exceed $10.5 trillion by 2025. In 2023 alone, seniors lost over $3.4 billion to cybercrime. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, senior living facilities, investment companies, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We offer real-life examples to help you recognize and prevent attacks, with sessions available both in person, in selected regions, and remotely. Schedule your training session, or to learn more, contact us today. Call us at 847-845-9360. Email us at info@cybersecurityeasy.com. Protect your team and family with cybersecurity, easy.com.